Hey everyone, and welcome to the Academy podcast with the number one international best-selling author and multi-award winning success and life coach, Kamil Shah. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking this opportunity to grow together with me, Kamil Shah, and my guests on this program. Each episode of the Academy podcast is filled with insights and wisdom from my guests, which I believe can have a profound impact on the way we live our lives. Without further ado, let's dive in. Challenging situations can be notoriously difficult for anyone going through it, especially for the first time. COVID-19 is definitely one of the first seen in recent history, affecting almost everyone across the globe, right? As such, the situation is still a big blur. We are in the thick of it, yet unable to be certain of what lies ahead. This period of confusion can have many implications, more so on one's mental health. It can easily lead to the feeling of being overwhelmed by it all. The inability to control the situation can make one anxious, which in turn can lead to frustration, anger, and inevitably feeling victimized by the situation. The question then is, how can one navigate through the current situation and thrive? I believe one of the key answers is to develop mental resilience. Okay, so what is mental resilience and why is it important? In order to answer these questions, we'll need to understand what resilience means in the first place. Resilience is defined as the ability of people or things to recover quickly after something unpleasant, such as shock or injury, has occurred. So this is based on the Oxford Dictionary definition. Okay. In the wider context of cultures and civilizations, resilience refers to the ability of that culture or civilization to survive, adapt, and grow when faced with adversity or crisis. Essentially, it means the ability to bounce back quickly from challenging situations and to thrive. Therefore, having mental resilience refers to the capacity to mentally cope with crisis and quickly recover oneself to the pre-crisis status. It is also the ability to protect oneself from the negative effects of stressors. So examples of situations where mental resilience is useful include dealing with personal crises such as financial challenges, job loss, for example, or even personal loss or grievances. Now, the benefits of having mental resilience can include the ability to shift one's perspective from focusing on the negatives of the situation to a more positive outlook. It also can include developing and strengthening one's self-esteem, promoting personal development and growth, and also provide strategies in dealing with similar challenging situations. It can also help someone manage risks and open themselves up to new opportunities and new things as they come along. And it can also provide a pathway to a happier life. Okay. So as we know it, life will throw curveballs at us from time to time. Okay. I always say this, life is never linear. Now, the question is, are we prepared and ready to hit the curveballs as they come? The good news is that the ability to develop mental resilience can be learned, nurtured, and strengthened by anyone. However, it requires an awareness, understanding, and application of certain components in order to become mentally strong and unstoppable. In this episode, I will share with you the 5 key ways to develop mental resilience. Okay, the first step is to give gratitude. As the saying goes, gratitude is the best attitude. Being grateful sits at the very foundation of mental resilience and can be seen as a cure-all for emotional and even physical well-being. Saying thank you to whatever life has thrown at you elevates your mindset and sets you on a path of recovery. As I mentioned previously, If it is left unchecked, challenging situations can easily lead a person towards being a victim of the situation. Shifting our thinking from the negative to the positive allows the beginnings of the development of mental resilience. Having gratitude as a base or ground zero, if you like, allows us to be open to new possibilities, which can help with being stuck in a situation. Practicing gratitude also helps improve our self esteem and build confidence. Now, again, a trait which helps us to get out of that victim mentality as we go towards a victor mentality. Feeling good about oneself and at the prospect of a brighter future also has ripple effects in our physical well being, which then ultimately strengthens our mental well being. Now, here's an interesting study. A finding from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology in 2003 mentions that gratitude was a major contributor to resilience following the terrorist attacks on September 11th. Now, here's another finding I want to share with you. It's a finding by online training in specific meditation practices improves gratitude, well-being, self-compassion, and confidence in providing compassionate care among health professionals in 2016, which says that gratitude meditation can reliably increase feelings of gratitude. Practices such as meditation, practicing mindfulness, daily journaling, simple acts of kindness, as well as being able to express yourself, all contribute towards developing self-care and sets you up for the following components to be able to develop mental resilience. Complementing gratitude as a foundation for mental resilience is belief. This is the second step. Finding out your why is important. Asking the tough questions like, why do I need to get back on my feet? Who am I doing it for? Or why is it important? Gives you your own set of fundamental answers, which will provide you the drive to move forward with. Okay. At the same time, looking at thoughts which may be holding you back can help you uncover your disbeliefs. Understanding what they are in turn will help you begin to build your self-confidence by assessing what you're good at, what you think you might not be good at, and ways you think you can improve on different aspects of your life. This then can help reinforce your own self-belief. As the saying goes, it's hard for others to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Having self-belief gives you back the ownership and control over how you react to situations. Believing that everything will be better, that you know that you can make it through the sticky patch, and that you have it in you to make it work begins the process of strengthening your mind. Spiritual belief can also help reinforce self-belief through practices such as prayers, meditations, affirmations, ceremonies, or even rituals. This provides an outward connection from the internal to the external. All of this then help consolidate a positive outlook on things. As I mentioned, changing our mindset through seeing challenges as opportunities for learning, sharing experiences, and removing negative elements in our lives can help focus our positive thinking process further. Henry Ford says it best when he says, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Hello and welcome to the Kamil Shah Success Academy. My name is Kamil Shah and I'm absolutely thrilled and excited to be able to share with you the various learning content in this academy. As a Jay Shetty certified coach, I truly believe that within everyone lies a unique personal genius waiting to be unlocked. I also believe that you, yes you, already have the answers inside of you. However, without guidance, the answers remain hidden, and this is where most of the pain in our lives come from. And that is the inability to find our own answers to overcome the challenges we face.
Here is where this academy can offer that guidance. I have drawn from my own professional experience working in the private, public, and education sectors for over 20 years, as well as my personal experience in personal development, to craft the various learning content in this academy. You will find courses related to career development, lifestyle, mindfulness, and various other content to help you upgrade your knowledge. I also believe that the path to success and happiness is through learning. You might be saying, Kamil, I'm done with education. I went to school as a kid, I didn't like it, and I don't think I've learned very much. Wait, hold on a minute. Hear me out. I completely understand where you're coming from. In fact, I was one of those kids. I didn't enjoy my school years, wasn't engaged, and didn't even see the relevance of what was being taught to what I wanted to do. Now, I believe the art of learning encompasses 3 key aspects. First, it should be fun. Second, it should also be engaging. And third, it should give you value. This is what I believe the Kamil Shah Success Academy gives you. Now, you might also be saying, Kamil, I'm too old to learn anything new. Listen, you know the saying that goes, you can't teach an old dog a new trick, right? It's no longer valid. It's not true, okay? Contrary to common belief out there, research has shown that thanks to neuroplasticity, and that is the ability of the brain to establish new neural pathways and connections, our brain is able to develop and grow even into adulthood. Prior to this, it was thought that only children benefited from neuroplasticity and that exponential growth in learning only occurs during childhood. It was once thought that when we reach adulthood, we are somehow hardwired and can't learn anything new, right? That is all now irrelevant. Why is this important? Think about it. If you are in a particular job, for example, and think that this is it, or this is the only job I have for the rest of my life because I don't think I can learn anything more or anything new, right? Well, think again. More research has shown that being active physically and mentally throughout one's adulthood can actually reduce the risk of premature death. Studies show that people who retire early have a higher risk of death than those who retire later in life. So, learning is one of the essential means to keep developing your skills and your life so that you can help yourself help others, right? I have put my heart and soul into setting up this academy because I truly believe in the power of knowledge. They say that knowledge only has the potential to be powerful if acted upon. In other words, knowledge is potential power. Without action, it remains stagnant. This is where you come in. By upgrading your own knowledge, you can be the catalyst for change, not only for yourself, not only for the people that you love, not only for your friends, but also for anyone who has had the privilege to come across your path in their journeys. You are truly special. Now believe that. You have the ability to change and transform your life and the lives of others. And this change can happen by upgrading your knowledge. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So, initiate that change that you've been waiting for by signing up to the courses in the Kamil Shah Success Academy. I'll see you soon.
Observe the situation objectively and begin to reorientate our perspective towards solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Okay? Finding solutions or ways forward requires us to strategize. This is step number 3, and that is to strategize. Fundamental to developing strategies is to be resourceful. That is to use any available resources we have to hand rather than focus on the lack of resources. Starting off with leveraging the skill set you already have to hand helps you build momentum. At the same time, it may require us to be humble enough to accept that we may need to retool. For example, it may require us to learn new skills, which are more adaptable to the current economic climate. Okay? At the same time, seeking help when needed is not a sign of weakness, but one of strength. So recognize that family, friends, and even professionals can provide some assistance. Okay. Another major component of strategizing your way is to plan ahead. Start working up your next move to get back on track and on your feet again. Setting goals has many benefits in acting as a guidance mechanism for our lives and can be a major contributor to its success. Another simple yet effective way of strategizing is to observe how other people have done it, right? Yes, that's right. Learn from others. It is likely that someone else has gone through a similar situation in the past. So, observing how they've managed to overcome the challenges could give clues to overcoming your own ones. Finally, it will be likely that some of the strategies you adopt may not work. Nothing wrong there. Okay. It's part of the process. You haven't failed. You've only figured out another way which didn't work. Thomas Edison was famously quoted as saying, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." Okay. Interesting way of looking at it. Okay. This is part of the process. The key thing here is to keep trying until you find one that works for you. Here's something interesting to note as well. In 2015, a study by psychologist Gail Matthews showed that people who wrote down their goals were 33% more successful in achieving them than those who kept them in their heads. Step number 4 is to nurture your attitude. Developing the right attitude will significantly increase your mental resilience. It's time to develop new habits. And by this, I mean positive ones. Okay. Removing unproductive and even negative ones will help you sustain only habits which are aligned and beneficial in reaching your goals. Okay. At the same time, energizing yourself will provide the strength to get through the challenges themselves. This can be split between physical energy, which is exercise and healthy eating, and mental energy, which is learning, surrounding yourself with positivity, and avoiding negative situations and people. Okay. We also need to understand the value of resting in order to recharge our body and mind. Maintaining our focus is sometimes challenging as we get distracted by many things in our lives. Okay. Having a laser sharp focus on the important and significant things allows us to identify and eliminate those which may hamper our progress. Another key element here is to develop a never say die attitude in becoming tenacious. Use setbacks you encounter as your incentive to move forward and understand that you will get through the challenges. At the same time, enhance and nurture your curiosity. Developing a thirst for curiosity by being open to ideas, new ways of working, and connecting with like-minded people gives you the opportunity to collaborate and share experiences. Finally, one key element which can propel you forward is to guard your self-talk. What we say to ourselves matter more than what we say to others. Remind yourself daily of your innate ability to achieve your goals and that you can achieve them by sticking to the plan. When setbacks occur, say, "This is a minor setback and I will get myself back on track." Okay. Also, strengthen your thoughts by simple yet profound thoughts like, "I can do it." At the same time, also look at the flip side of not taking positive action. Okay. The possibility of being in the same situation next week, a month, or a year from now should be good enough reason to take action to change your life. You've come this far in being aware of your situation, developed strong self-belief, strategizing your path, and developed a great attitude to strengthen your resolve. Okay. All that's left is to take action. This is the last and most crucial part. This is step number 5. As Johann Wolfgang von Goethe rightly says, Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Taking immediate action gives you the power to start the ball rolling towards your goal. The time of thinking and strategizing is done, and it's time to start executing and walk the walk. Okay. It may be daunting as you might be questioning yourself if this is the right thing to do, right? Everyone is different. Tackle small items first to get the quick wins that can help you build momentum. Okay. Or do the more challenging ones if you're more confident. Whatever it is, start now. Once you're up and running, take the time to check your progress at regular intervals. Getting feedback is a good way to track your growth. Okay. What went well and what can be improved? Are the strategies making sense? Is it giving you progress? Make a note and assess, right? Also, don't forget to celebrate your wins, however small they may be. Okay. This is very important. The final stage is to recalibrate your approach if fine tuning is required. Revisit your strategies and start to fine tune them if needed. Remember, a 1 degree shift in a ship's course may not show much improvement in the short term, but will get you to a completely different destination in the long run. Once you're done, repeat the process again through execution. Okay, here's something special from Napoleon Hill. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. In essence, developing mental resilience can help improve our lives by making us more resilient as individuals to challenges and changes that can happen. To recap again, the 5 key steps to creating a mentally resilient mind are: step number 1, develop a sense of gratitude as a foundation. Step number 2, strengthen your self-belief, because if you don't believe in yourself, it's difficult for others to believe in you. Step number 3, create an action plan through concise strategies. Step number 4, develop a set of attitudes to brave through challenging situations. And step number 5, take immediate action of your plan. So I hope that you find these tips useful in helping you become mentally resilient during challenging times. Okay. Let me know which ones you resonated with the most and share this episode with someone who you think might find it useful. Until the next episode, stay safe, stay healthy, and peace and love from me always. Thank you so much for tuning in from wherever you are. My sincere hope is that this episode has not only resonated with you, but also given you some invaluable tips and strategies to improve your life. Don't forget to share your comments with me. As you know, I love to hear your views. Also, remember to follow the Academy, follow me, my guests, and tag us on our social media handles, which will be provided in the description. Most importantly, please leave a review and let me know that you've heard this podcast and how it has impacted you. Until the next episode, stay safe, stay healthy, and peace and love from me always.